Hurricane Katrina left thousands homeless and the government left them with trailers. Today there are still Katrina victims living in decomposing trailers because of a lack of housing. Even Brad Pitt has set up shop building homes for low-income families since no one else is doing it. Penn and Teller visit Congress to discuss the bullshit which is America's complex, unfair tax system. Swine influenza, also called pig influenza, swine flu, hog flu and pig flu, is an infection caused by any one of several types of swine influenza viruses. Swine influenza virus or swine origin influenza virus is any strain of the influenza family of viruses that is endemic in pigs. The Senate is trying to imitate Oprah on this one. You get health care, you get health care and you get health care. It sounds warm and fuzzy, but have you seen the penalty if a company does not choose the government option? Whether nationalized healthcare is a good thing or not, pushing legislation through without proper analysis is exactly what gave us this bank bailout mess. The Troubled Asset Relief Program or TARP was intended to purchase toxic mortgages to slow foreclosures and stimulate the economy. Instead they bailed out Chrysler and General Motors. So Americans don't get to keep their homes, but Chrysler and GM executives get to keep their jobs. The leaking of the McChrystal report wasn't the blunder. It's the fact the government is not listening to its own experts and has rejected additional support for American troops. It's like a physician telling a patient they require stitches after surgery, then the patient tells him he's wrong and doesn't know jack. Hey, it's great the government finally enacted legislation to keep the credit card companies in check, but they managed to screw it up. Credit card companies will no longer be able to raise your rates without notice, but Congress gave them a 4-month window so they can jack up everyone's rate before next year. So whose idea was it to take free television and make it cost Americans millions of dollars? All those converter boxes weren't free because of a coupon, they were funded with taxpayer dollars. Worst of all, the millions spent funding converter boxes was wasted since most boxes were poorly designed and produced from fly-by-night companies with no service department. This program stimulated the economy for about 5 seconds while rewarding irresponsible consumers for buying gas guzzlers in the first place. How about cash for clunkers for people who bought economic cars in the first place and not clunker Suburbans and Expeditions? What the hell was that? The government practically stages a 9/11 reenactment with Air Force One and jet fighters flying through restricted airspace for photo op. Real nice photo op there. Link Air Force One with the 9/11 tragedy.